back to Community Crossfire. Councilwoman Zanthia Oliver. I have some special guests on tonight that really needs no introduction because she's known and he's known throughout the city of Wilmington, but I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves to the public and tell everyone your title.
Hello, my name is Hanifa Shabazz, and I am the Executive Director of the SouthBridge Community Development Corporation.
And I'm Kenyon Wilson. I am Chief Operating Liaison for the SouthBridge Community Development Corporation.
Thank you. Before we get started, I would like to say that riding through SouthBridge, the work that the CBCD has done is really obvious. I was raised over SouthBridge. I hang over SouthBridge. I know a lot of family and friends that still live over SouthBridge. And when you come over SouthBridge and ride throughout SouthBridge, I can see where the homeowners are really benefiting from the work that y'all doing over there. So for that, I would like to say kudos, because this has always been a underserved and forgotten community. So the work you're doing over there is phenomenal. Starting with you, with President Hanifa, I'm so used to saying that.
He's still president.
Yes, that's right. Always will be. Ted said you always going to have that time. That's right. Dr. Shabazz, could you tell me your mission of the SouthBridge Community Development Corporation?
The CDC that we affectionately call it, its mission is to create and support the local creation of land, labor, and capital for the citizens of SouthBridge.
Great. Oh my goodness, that's really good. I wrote down some questions. Can you tell us what's the primary goal of the SouthBridge CDC and how the organization is making an impact in the community?
Well, our primary goal is to develop mixed income and develop affordable housing for our residents, as well as the homeowners. As you know, SouthBridge is a multi-generational community. Mm-hmm. Okay, so many of us own homes already in SouthBridge. So how do we advance the value of those properties, from that we own? How do we advance that and turn it into wealth? The Riverfront East is coming right next to us. Mm-hmm. So how do we also benefit from all of that revitalization and development as well? And that's one of the major goals and missions of the SouthBridge CDC.
That's really good. As you stated, most of the families over there are generational families, and that's good that y'all are assisting them to stay in them homes. I think that should be done throughout the city with some of the programs. And I thought under your leadership, when you were working with the land bank, that's what I thought was going to occur, that some of the people, older people who live in their homes, would get their homes fixed up, or some of the young ladies, majority women, or the household head of households, that they would be buying some of them land bank houses. And now that I'm getting off track, but it seems like they have turned it into renting, flipping, buying. Most of the people from out of town are getting a lot of them. I just had to let that out. But just what you're saying is what the goal I thought should have been for the east side.
Well, we are doing that in SouthBridge. Right. Right now we have a beautification program.
Okay, tell us a little bit about it.
Our beautification program is the facade exterior. A neighborhood that looks good, feels good, mm-hmm. brings good energy. So we are ensuring that the residing homeowners' houses are meeting all of the city codes and are beautifying the facade and exterior of those homes, including landscaping. We're talking new windows, new doors. Some people need steps. Roof porches, just beautifying the neighborhood. But we're also collaborating with Habitat for Humanity, and we're building 5 townhouses over there in SouthBridge as well. Okay. And we worked diligently to get some of our current renters to be those homeowners. We're proud to say that we do definitely have one homeowner thus far that will be gone from rental to home ownership in one of our houses that we're building on Newcastle Avenue.
Now, congratulations. Are y'all sending them through classes?
Well, you have to go through Habitat for Humanity's program to qualify for their homes. So we partnered with the Neighborhood Houses Housing Counseling Program, mm-hmm. and we got persons that was in their program to go apply for some of those houses.
Oh, that's cool.
We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just coming to advance and enhance what's already there. And you already know what the Neighborhood House has done for many people.
Yes.
Raised me and my children and grandchildren.
Right.
So we partnered with the Neighborhood House and their housing counseling for those residents that are starting down a pipeline for home ownership, for them to possibly become one of the homeowners of the 5 houses we're building with Habitat.
Is that with Kelly? Is Kelly involved with the housing, or she moved? She's in another department.
The gentleman's name is John now.
Oh, John.
Mm-hmm,
okay, Kelly's moved on to another
But our facade program, we have done facade work on we finished the last 15, but the total is 50.
Now look at
We've
that.
done 50 homes, so 35
And just the
thus far.
SouthBridge community.
Yes, in the SouthBridge community.
y'all.
And we're looking for, hope that state is listening because we need more money. Because
Okay.
we have a waiting list of 20 other homeowners that are interested in becoming part of our facade program. So, and as you said, you see the difference of
You
what
see the
we've done.
difference.
Yeah.
That you took the one community. I mean, I think that's where it starts. You start with that one community and just focus on that community and try to help out the people who live there.
And we're small and quaint, so we were able to do that. And 50 made a dent, but it's not all. It's just a portion of the many homes that we know that are eligible for this type of housing resources.
Well, it's obvious, and the buzz is all over town that people are, taking some of the things that you're doing over SouthBridge, and so they don't have to reinvent the wheel. So we're working with Central Baptist Church to try to copycat some of the things you're doing so we can, get some more things done on the east side. So it's an honor to have y'all do this work because people are looking at y'all, and the buzz is all over town in various communities about what SouthBridge is getting done.
Well, we're not doing it by ourselves, Councilwoman. We're not doing it by ourselves. We
Right.
have collaborative partners that we're working with, and we are doing the exterior facading and the landscaping, but we've partnered with Energize Delaware to do the inside. We didn't just want to do facial and not
Right.
know that our homes have issues on the inside.
That's right. That's
so,
right.
and there we know that there's resources out there. So we have partnered with Energize Delaware to do some interior energy and environmental remediation. We've partnered with Roofs from the Heart. Okay, we've done 5 roofs. Put roofs on people's houses. We're working on 5 more. And what else we've done, Kenyon?
Forget about the planners. The
Oh,
planners
I
as well.
forgot.
Okay, tell me about the
The
planners.
planners. So I want to thank City Council, Councilwoman Harley, who also got some other council members to pitch in and got us money. So we now have the big, beautiful planters that's like
I see
downtown
him.
Wilmington.
I see him I see him when I get.
On the
I said
corner.
that's SouthBridge CDC. I see the big ones. I saw Sasquatch. I said
Yeah, well,
it looks
he's
nice.
He's one of our directors with the Sasquatch and Wayne.
I saw
Marshall.
Wayne watering
Because
them.
We
That's
didn't,
right.
we didn't want to try to reinvent the wheel. We just partnered with who is already doing what's in the neighborhood and
People who live in the
live in the
neighborhood.
neighborhood and got their expertise and
Oh,
their
that-
resources and their point of view of how things should be.
Uh-huh.
And we go out and find resources and partners to address it. So with the planner program, we have worked with the neighborhood house and their youth program. So we are commissioning 4 young people to be our landscape, what do they call landscape maintenance team?
Right.
Okay, so they will be the
People
ones
that
who
live in the community.
the children
Just
live
keep
in
it.
the, right. So they will be
beautiful.
taking care of the planters, and as we finish the landscaping on the 50 houses, we're working with them to commission them to help maintain those planters. So you just can't put them out there and just leave them. Somebody has to
Somebody has
maintain
to
them.
take care.
And
Oh,
so we
man.
got everybody involved. Our young people's involved in
That's really good.
in that part. So
So can we also add that
Sure.
On A Street, so they're in front of businesses. So also the businesses have agreed to also look out for those planters because, of course, we're not out there every day.
Okay.
So understanding that the businesses are there and the upkeep and how it looks matters to them. So they've also agreed to keep a watch out, keep in contact with us to make sure that those planters look good.
Oh.
So it's a very important thing that we're collaborative with the community. And, those things will catch on.
And that's good. And I mean, one of the main things that you're both saying is you're working in the community and working with people who live in the community.
Right.
So they will be able to keep an eye out, and it makes everybody feel better. One of the other questions, what are some of the most significant projects currently undergoing shaping SouthBridge? You mentioned the planners and the facade project. What are some of your other ones?
well,
What are the main 2?
right, those are the main 2, and as well as our partnership with Habitat for Humanity is called Sankofa Place.
Okay.
Okay, so when those houses get built, we should break the ground on them in December to start building those 5. And so then we
This
have
December?
This December.
Oh, praise
yes. And so we will call those 5 townhouses Sankofa Place.
And what's the meaning of Zankofa?
Sankofa is when you look back from where you're going, from where you've come to know where you're going. And so
I knew
we
it was-
and we know where we're going in Southbridge. We are, we don't
Love
have many great, historian leaders have come out of
Yes,
Southbridge.
yes.
And so we need to keep that energy going because we have a population of young people that we want to feed that positive to.
Now you said it has Marvin Thomas on. Have you talked to
Oh,
him?
I have. Of course, I have to touch
Yeah,
base
your
with Marvin
mentor,
and get, to make sure that we're doing, help us when we have have community issues to give us direction on how to best handle it.
It sounds good.
But one other program I really like to emphasize now that we just kicked off the ground and we're very excited about it, and I'm going to let Kenyon speak about it because he's been taking the lead on this, and that's our energy ambassadors. It's a collaboration with Energize Delaware because the Energize Delaware has access for energy and environmental remediation.
Right.
So, but how do we know what the homeowners need? I'll let Kenyon tell you about how we're going to find that information.
I heard a seminar from them one time over Southbridge, and they're really doing good work. So could you
So
tell me
yes,
what's going
so
on with
it's
that?
a program that we're very excited about because it meets some of the needs that the community has mentioned. But not only that, we feel like that it will do it's kind of like an introductory thing. It's going to get us into helping the residents have better, I would say, home maintenance IQ. So
Okay.
one of the things is for Energize Delaware, for our energy ambassadors. So we've hired 2 people from the community.
Okay.
That's a very important point, from the community. And they're going to serve as our energy ambassadors. They are going to be going to folks' homes, doing a home energy counseling session with them. They'll be doing home energy audits, and they'll be able to identify needs outside of just energy conservation or efficiency, but also they'll be able to identify other needs and connect them with social services or assistance programs that will help them maintain their home and live better. So we're very excited about it. We have our 2 energy ambassadors. They just recently got their, what is it called? The
Building science
there you go.
certification.
The
All
building
right.
science
Yes.
certification. So they are certified to do what it is that
Taking charge.
we have them doing. So one of the things that we heard from the community is that, of course we need jobs, but if they don't qualify for the jobs, how do they get them? So it's like, why don't you just train the people? So we've heard that, and we want to let you guys know we heard you. And we've got people, and we train people from the community. So again, we're very excited about that.
And there's different things that we're doing for the homeowners.
Okay.
Will also increase the value. There's one thing what I said our mission was to support the creation of labor, land, and capital. Capital is home ownership.
Right.
Who owns the land rules. So with this facading work, the roofing repair work that we're doing, the environmental and energy efficiency work that we're doing
I love it.
inside their houses will also increase the value of their houses.
That's
so
right.
one of the things that we planned that's required in part of our funding is that we do financial literacy so that homeowners would know we're just not fixing these issues in your home. We're also increasing your wealth value. So what do you do with that? We know that the whole state's being reassessed. We live right down the street from $300,000 and $400,000 houses. Our houses are in the same condition as yours. So why would our houses not have that same type of value and equity? So through these workshops, we plan to train them on teach the homeowners how they possibly can get that equity out of their house and do other things, take off bills, take a vacation, or even just do more work to their homes. So
That's really
we're
good.
building wealth for our residents.
I think it's excellent because you have people who have homes and don't know how to do what y'all are offering them. And like you said, if they have their home, they have equity, and they don't even know how to sometimes take equity out. And like you said, enjoy life opposed to sitting around stressed, don't know what to do next, or your roof is leaking, your windows is cold.
And they don't have the resources.
And the
And the
resources.
resources are out there. So our energy ambassadors will be able to identify where those resources are, help them to fill out the application, track the application to make sure that they get the services that is due them. Southbridge has been neglected for over 50 years, as you well know.
Yes.
We just got the wetland to
Yes.
deal with our major flooding. So
Yes.
those homes that in Southbridge have been suffering from mold
For
from
years.
for flooding, that needs to be
People
addressed.
have died over there because of all of that negligence.
Cancer, asthma, all those different things. We're an environmental justice community. So so how do we get our just due?
That's right.
So it's the mission of the SouthBridge CDC to
Oh,
give Southbridge its just due. And we're working diligently. You see, we have
I'm
expanded our board
Yes.
with people, maybe not all from the neighborhood, but people with expertise that we need to do what's needed to be done.
And this is really nice that y'all have an annual report, year of growth. and look at all the people you're collaborating with. I think it's really good, the work that y'all doing over SouthBridge is overdue. I've often mentioned on the show that in the minority community, we don't have technical support. So you look up and you wonder why you don't have civic associations in order. But I am glad to say that the 3rd District finally has a stable board. Yvonne Davis has stepped up. She lives on Sherman Street.
Oh, yes, I know her.
So they are stepped up and voted and have a working group now. But as I stated, in a lot of minority communities, we don't have a lot of technical support, and meaning some of the things that you're doing right here is also technical support for a lot of the individuals who live and who are homeowners who just don't know how to go get the resources.
Well, one thing I have to say, and I would be remiss to not say this, that I have to give a shout out to Healthy Community Delaware.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they're the ones who came and gave us the seed money to get the CDC up and flowing.
Okay.
So they've been a great supporter, and they come with great resources. So I wanted to thank Healthy Communities Delaware publicly for giving us the foundation to do what we've been able to do. The CDC started off with myself, then we had an admin, then we hired Kenyon, and then we had now a staff of 5.
Beautiful.
And not including the 4 youth that 4 and 5, because it's the youth, we have a supervisor. So we're growing in our capacity, which is what it's all about.
That's right.
It's bringing the community along with us and helping us to solve the issues. And if I would be remiss if I don't also mention, if I may, the SouthBridge Neighborhood Action Plan. Through the Healthy Community Delaware, we were able to get a consultant to do a revitalization plan. And so that is our guidebook.
Okay.
So we have an agreement among all of our stakeholders and partners, South Wilmington Planning Network, the Henrietta Johnson Neighborhood House. We all use that as a guide of what the community has said are the issues that need to be addressed and how we are to address it. So it's nobody doing anything. It's us following the plan.
Okay, smart.
Following the plan and implementing it, and it's working quite well. We have our ups and downs, but that's what happens. When you're in a community.
Right. So I heard about the action plan. So what about the SNAP?
That's the SNAP.
That is the SNAP.
That's the SNAP.
That's your action plan.
That's
our little nickname.
That's your little, okay.
SouthBridge Neighborhood Action Plan.
I heard y'all talking about that before the meeting. So I'm like, what is the SNAP? What are they talking about? But that's what you're talking about, your action plan. Yes. And that is really good because you already have a guide. Right. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Not at all.
Everybody's on the same page. Here's the guide, and this is where we're going.
And egos is out the door.
Right. Yeah. Oh, and that's one of the major things in some of our communities. It's about egos, and we have to remove them egos to get things done. And sometimes it's jealousy. But if you have a strong board such as yours, you have to stay unified, and get the task done. And I mean, it's obvious that that's what you're doing. And what does the SouthBridge CDC collaboration with other organizations and local government to drive positive change in the area? You kind of tapped on that, but that's good that Matt Myers is now going to be governor. So that's when you're saying you'll be looking to meet with him or other stakeholders to get some resources. The city of Wilmington was able to help you.
Oh, absolutely. The city of Wilmington helped us to do, like I said, the planners, as well as our partnership with Habitat for Humanity.
Okay. So I know Mike Pizicki was involved with a little bit.
Those five townhouses. And then from the state is where we got ARPA dollars to do the beautification.
Okay.
So we're very grateful for them giving us this opportunity.
Yeah.
And I know White Shoe, once they see what we've done, I hope the floodgates of monies will continue to flow. Because like we said, we've only done 50 homes. It's 700 houses and units in Southbridge. And we hope that our landlords also will see what we're doing with the homeowners' homes, and that they would also invest in their properties as well. It's hard to take federal dollars, state dollars, and do for landlords, but we definitely are doing as much as we can for our homeowners.
And like you said, you see some landlords that's trying.
Yes, they are.
I mean, I know one of them said they had painted the house next door.
They sure did.
So I mean, hopefully it'll roll over.
Right.
I see it starting to happen already.
Yeah, it is.
We have,
because they want to bring up their property value.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's right. They're not crazy. They know what to do. One of the other things, what educational activities does the SBCD have for the youth that would be the flower pot. Are y'all doing gardens over there? I thought Wayne was doing
Wayne
the
has the
garden.
urban garden, and so he has some young people working with him.
I
And
saw
so
the flyer.
we're working with Omega Landscaping, and I have to say this: all of our contractors are my local minority contractors.
Oh, great.
Okay, some of them are new, some of them are, but we're also educating and helping them to fine-tune their business as well. So we're working with Omega Landscaping.
Oh.
He's done the planters. He's going to train the young people on landscaping care.
Oh.
Okay, so when it comes time for them to do the landscaping of all the other houses, the young people will be trained and be commissioned to take care of our residents' pottery. Because some people say, I don't want to take care of planters.
Right.
Well, we have the children do it. And so also they're doing the little pocket park the neighborhood house just built. The young
I
people
see
will
that
be
over
trained.
there. That looks good.
They also will be taking care of that landscaping. We have to bring our young people into the fold of what
Yeah,
we're doing.
that's
Because
right.
then they won't pick the flowers or throw trash into the flowers.
That's right.
Because it's their work that they've done. And so, we're taking care of our elders to make sure that their homes are well cared for. We even had to put a heating system into one elder's house. When
Right.
we went into just 6, and we got emergency services to address that.
Yeah.
So
I just love what y'all doing. I mean, I just wish more communities can pick up, some of the ideas. And like you said, if it's already in your report, you already have a blueprint. Why reinvent the wheel? So hopefully, maybe the east side, the northeast area with the neighborhood planning. And I know DeBar is doing some work with the northeast area. We have several other people. But this is what it's about. You work in the community, getting people from the community. And I love that you said you have all minority contractors. It's a lot of work being done around the city, but I don't see a lot of people who look like us doing the work. I'm not saying they're not minority contractors, but they're not looking like us. And when you're talking about, for example, the African American Historic Museum, it's going to be a lot of money.
kudos on that one too.
Yes, put in into that building. Hopefully we see somebody who looks like us doing some of the work.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to put that out there. But I'm glad for the work to be done, but sometimes we got to share the wealth.
Right. But we in SouthBridge CDC know that it's not just us.
Right,
We couldn't do it without our collaborative partners.
right.
And that the building already on a plan. Everybody stay in their lane. Everybody do their part. It won't be so taxing and overwhelming. But as you can see,
Look at this.
the collaboration between us working with the South Urban Planning Network, the Neighborhood House, Henrietta Johnson, has been fruitful. We've been doing this for almost 10 years now. And so we partners such as Energize Delaware, bringing in the energy, Roofs from the Heart for the roofing. And we just had another conversation with someone in reference to air quality and water
Right.
remediation. So
And
there-
look at the houses. I'm just looking at the report, and I know these houses, and I'm just looking at them. So when I rode through there one day, I said, "But let me just ride around," because I noticed a little difference. And I was looking, and then I rode back around. I said, "Okay, this is really nice." And I've heard of Omega Landscaping, so that's really, really good. I mean, I'm just impressed. I said I've been trying to get y'all on the show. I see some of the
we were
partners.
too busy. We be
I
like,
know y'all busy. Y'all don't have time. And I'm loving that Mount Joy is
Yes.
Powell. What is he going to do? They redoing all that whole
They-
church. So you have
they're working on expanding their footprint and services that they offer as well. Like I said, there's so many needs and issues in Southbridge that no one entity can do it by
right,
themselves.
right.
Okay?
That's right.
And
That's
so-
right. That's right.
So the fact that we have a plan, called the SNAP, that is our guiding light. And if everyone agrees to play well in the sandbox, some of us do and some of us don't.
That's with any organization, and you just have to move on.
Yes, we move on.
Yeah.
But with that collaboration, others seeing the work that we're doing, so others come in and want to help, and most others come with dollars that our residents need. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and I am just so proud of the work that y'all doing. I've been sharing it in various circles. When I go to meetings, I'm like, "What? Look what SouthBridge is doing. Look what SouthBridge is doing. Look what SouthBridge is doing," and just see the growth over there. And everybody that I have spoke to over SouthBridge is excited. It's a movement. it's the energy in the air. Yeah, I'm going to the meetings. Hanifa's doing this. Hanifa's doing Hanifa. So I want
blame
you to
it all on me.
Yeah. But see, it's like but what I'm saying, somebody. Wendell Howe used to say, somebody has to be the student and somebody has to be the teacher. Mm-hmm. Also, it's sometimes people see the face of this person. Well, we know Kevin Smith is not doing it by himself in Habitat.
Yeah, right.
But his face is there.
Yeah.
So if everybody call his name and he'll say, look, it's not just me, it's a group of people, but it's the leadership.
Yeah.
So with your leadership, with your leadership, with your board's leadership, y'all all are doing a phenomenal job. And like I said, if anybody rise to SouthBridge, take your time and look around. You can see the great work that's been done.
Well, I'd like to tell anyone who is interested in anything that we're doing to
please tell them
visit
your
visit
email.
our website.
Tell them your website.
Our website is SouthBridgeCDC.org, mm-hmm. and and you can contact us at info. You tell them. You do that more.
You can contact us at info@southbridgecdc.org. You can also follow us on Facebook. Instagram, we'll get there, but we're definitely on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
How about a phone number? You have a telephone number so we can reach
our phone number 302-596-0790. There you go.
So repeat that number one more time.
One more time, 302-596-0790.
And as I stated, you can see it on the screen, this annual report that they have. Gratitude, collaboration, and continued success. Oh, y'all are just something over there.
And we encourage people to go on our website and sign up to get our e-newsletter because that's how you will stay in touch of the many different things that we will be doing. So go to southbridgecdc.org, and there's a place for you to say contact us or join us on the website where they can be put on our mailing list, and we will be able to keep them abreast of the different activities, programs, and mainly resources that we bring to the table. So
I like that. Like you said, what's coming, y'all have to have the water checked out over there.
The air, the mold.
Yeah, and this is, talk about the climate change. People don't think it's real till you look on the news and see all these floodings all over the world that has never had rain and floods like this in history. So it's good that, like you said, the new East, what's that's going to be called over there?
Sankofa Place?
No, the new houses, the new condos, like you said, if they can live
Riverfront East.
Riverfront East. I just lost my thoughts. But the Riverfront East is over in SouthBridge, and SouthBridge has been at the rock of that community, pillar of that community for years. Why don't y'all get some of that wealth? And it's about time. I see the sidewalk finally, what a road. It's been trying to be bumpy A Street for years.
Got a sidewalk.
You got the road. I said I could. All them years I've been riding through there with bumps and bumps and bumps, sidewalks all messed up, and I rode through there a little while ago, and I think I gave you a call and was like, kudos to y'all to get this done. But see, when they had theirs done, they have to come down.
Well, part of it also, if I don't know how much more time we have, but
5 minutes.
We call it South Hill Street Bridge.
Right.
Okay, so that's is going to be tore down and rebuilt up.
Okay.
So we were involved in the design of it. And so one of the things we're excited about is that on the walls of there, it's going to be murals of historical great Black leaders. Mayor Seals, Senator Holloway, Herman Holloway Jr.
Yes.
Those Henrietta Johnson.
Wow.
Pictures of those individuals on that bridge, so that our children can always see that they're entering to a neighborhood that was, that looks like them and who have done great things to make a change for the community.
Kudos for y'all.
Barbara Hicks Park, we're working on remediation of that. I just remember hearing Councilwoman Harley stating that they're going to do the full remediation and redesign of Barbara Hicks Park.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We're doing bioswales to deal with the flooding. So there's a lot, and it's not just us CDC, it's the collaboration, which we really kind of call SouthBridge Connects.
Okay.
I'm gonna put
I
a
like
plug in.
that.
Can I say
I like that. I
Okay,
like that.
SouthBridge
I like
Connects
that.
because we're all connecting, we're all collaborating, and we're making things happen. So
I love it.
Under the title SouthBridge Connects, it
I
just
love
shows that all of us in SouthBridge, externally and internal, are working to bring about the plans of the SouthBridge Neighborhood Action Plan.
I love it. I just love the work that y'all are doing. Words can't explain the outstanding work that SouthBridge CDC is doing. And I would like for y'all to come on whenever you would like to. We have something coming up. And continue the hard work and this annual report and everything in here. I mean, y'all really doing a good job.
Thank you.
Kudos to you, sis.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on, and we'll be right back with Community Crossfire.
We got to pay back. Revenge.
Welcome back to Community Crossfire. I really thought that was a good segment with Dr. Hanifa Shabazz and Mr. Wilson. Talk about all the work they have done over in the SouthBridge community, working with the SouthBridge CDC. I thought that was good information and something I will be copycatting off. I wanted to say a little bit about, I walked with the chief and the director of L&I last week. We walked on the east side, and we will be walking in the northeast area next week. And what has been noticed, and a lot of the residents from the east side in the northeast area have been calling me regarding the influx of homeless people, people that have drug addictions, and panhandlers. For the record, I like to say I've worked with the homeless population for some time now. Used to work with Connections. I had a brother that was homeless. I had a brother that's on drugs. I have compassion for people that are homeless and people who have drug addictions. I was able to assist and refer them to either Aaron Moore or Tyrone, T. Perkins. It's so many people that I have referred people that had some type of addiction or homeless to various shelters or organizations. But one thing I want to put out there is that this influx is coming from individuals through our investigation, because we have investigated and asked questions and found out this influx is coming from Kensington in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. Some are coming from Jersey. And the chief told me the other day that somebody was dropped off at the police station from Dover and stated that they didn't have anywhere for nowhere else for them to go, and they didn't have any room for them in Dover. So they left them at the police station. So I think it's a conversation that needs to be held regarding what do we do. I know Commissioner Boykin, who used to be the inspector, stated when he was the chief at one point years ago that they had an influx of individuals coming from out of state, and what they did was put them back on the bus and took them back to wherever they came from. And I think we need to come up with some type of plan, and I think that's what we need to do. Because what was really heartbreaking was last week, maybe not even 2 weeks ago, there was a gentleman in the northeast area. The lady left her back window open. I mean, her screen is in there. It was a nice day, letting some air come in while she's at work, what the homeowners should be able to do. And when she gets home from work, there's a total stranger in her house who has, taken the screen out. Not only did he take a shower in her house, he was in there cooking, changed clothes, put on her clothes or whoever's clothes is in the house, and that's unacceptable. The police was able to lock him up, and he's from New Jersey. So I think in our neighborhoods, we need to be more vigilant. And if you see somebody that looks strange, call 911. Don't look out your door and you've never saw the person. I mean, the people, if I go over SouthBridge, I know some people, I know generationals, different generations. I know a cousin. I'm on the east side. I know people that I know I give money to every now and then. I see them all the time. You know who's in your neighborhood. If I go in certain areas, who maybe ask you, you might get $1, $2, your regulars. When you start seeing all these influx of people's packages are being stolen, it's on the door ringers, and when we show the picture to various people, nobody knows who they are. And what they're doing is stealing people's packages, and they're doing a lot of things that we shouldn't be accepting. So I'm receiving all these phone calls, and this is a public safety issue. I'm a council member, and some of the things are out of my control, but I live in the neighborhood, so I get it. I don't want to wake up and go, one lady opened her door, and a young lady is sleeping literally on her back step and fell in her back door. That's unacceptable. The lady's not from here. She called the police. The lady is from Pennsylvania somewhere. I mean, somebody's going to get hurt. So I want to put that out there, that this is a public safety issue, and we have to pay attention. I mentioned to Ivan, you see all these people standing on the corners. I mean, it's not a regular 5 and 6. You're seeing 10 and 20. They're not from here. And it's not fair for taxpayers who live on the east side or taxpayers who live throughout the city to have to endure this. If they're sending them here, and through our investigation, we know that they are coming from Pennsylvania, giving them bus passes, Jersey's giving them bus passes, and now Dover's dropping people off here. We need to come up with a plan to send these people back wherever they come from. We have taxpayers here. You open your door, you got people walking up and down your street all day on the east side. It's ridiculous, it's sad, and something has to be done. And I wanted to put that out there because I was very upset. That lady came to her house, I won't call her name, and somebody's in her house who is from Jersey. I don't care if they're from here. If you see something, you better say something, and you need to keep your doors locked. It's no more what it used to be. You can keep your doors unlocked and everybody walks in and out of everybody's house. These are people who are panhandlers, and they don't care. They're not from here. So this is a new place, and they're trying some things that they've already done from where they came from. And it's a reason that they're giving them bus passes to get rid of them, because they don't want them in their neighborhoods, and neither do we. Now, on a better note, we had a pilot program for $50,000 to do some beautification in various areas. I know Walnut Street was chosen to be one of the pilot programs because of the work that they're doing. They did at the urban court. That was the old horse stable, and Del Dot is doing some work on Walnut Street. So this is part of this whole beautification. And they're going to receive some flower pots. And as Hanifa said, they're going to have some youth that's going to help keep them flower pots up. Logan is really doing a good job over in Imani Village. When I say Logan, it's not just him. I'm talking about his team. Edie Pritchett and Karen and them was just over there. If anyone needs any assistance with your electric bill, please go out to Rose Hill Community Center out Newcastle, and take all your information. They're open from 7 to 2, 7 a.m. to 2 o'clock. If anyone needs any assistance with their electric bill, it's going to be cold. You may want to go out there so you can get some assistance now. Also, if you need any help with your water bill, the city of Wilmington has money for individuals, and now they are lowering the income status. So whoever needs some help with your water bill, call 311, leave a message to finance someone in the water department, that they will call you back normally within 24 to 48 hours to see if you qualify. And you should qualify for, some assistance with your water bill. If your water bill is $200, that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about outstanding water bills. I think anything over maybe $600. Call. I don't have the specifics. I just know it's a lot of money in that pot in that department for water bills. We for individuals who don't know, we have a visiting center. If you have some family members here visiting Wilmington, it's a new visiting center at 18th and Market, Old Brandywine Village. They have some maps over there for individuals coming in town. They have someone over there to tell you where some of the, dining areas are, and various questions for people who are coming in town that may want to look at some historical sites. With that being said, next up, I'd like to give kudos to Ashley Christopher and the administration for the outstanding job they've done this week for HBCU. The concert was really nice. They've had all kind of activities all week. They had a gospel event. It's just been ongoing. The Battle of the Bands, everything they do every year, but it seems to be getting bigger and bigger and better entertainment every year. So Ashley and her team and Tanny, the mayor's office, all the, technical support that y'all have given to HBCU has been great. I was glad that we as council members was able to give a nice piece of money this year to this organization to help our kids with some scholarships. So please keep doing the work you're doing. Tiffany with the HBCU, I think they're doing a fantastic job. I also, even though we complain about a lot of things, I do want to say, last night, some friends, we went out to get a bite to eat, and when we was riding, through the city, we were talking about how good the city looks. You can say what you want to say, and we can have our differences. Some neighborhoods need improvement, such as the East Side. I live on the East Side. The administration has done a lot of work on the East Side, but you haven't seen some of the fruits of it because a lot of the houses were tore down. You have Woodlawn that's going to be working on Bennett Street. You have Habitat that's going to be working on Bennett Street. So once the brand new homes get up and moving around, I know it's going to look beautiful. First-time home buyers, affordable housing. So that was some of the things we're working on. One other thing I would like to say is the guys who are doing the street cleaning all over the city, they're really, and it has been expanded, they're really doing a fantastic job. But I would like to mention, it's very disappointing when you ride by some of the communities and you see people sitting on the steps and there's trash right in front of them. And the city has given you trash cans. Pick up your trash and put it in the trash can. It's just as simple as that. And if you have a neighbor and they are not picking up their trash, why don't you report it? Report it. Just call. It's a nuisance property. If you're living next door to a nuisance property, report it. You shouldn't have to live like that. If you have people running in and out, just constantly, you know what I mean by nuisance property, causing a whole bunch of trouble and trash on your block. I walked on my block with the inspector, and it is a house on my block, and we reported it. We also had through the proper chain of command. We have asked for the landlords to be contacted. No one should live like that. If you want to live like that, go somewhere else and live like that. But I'm sure all neighborhoods want to live, have a better lifestyle of living. One other thing I'd like to say is congratulations once again to all the individuals who won their seat. I'm looking forward to working with them and throughout the state. I would like to say a special thanks to the individuals in the 3rd District that re-elected me and see the hard work, how I advocate for them. This is not my seat. This is their seat. And I wanted to say I was one of the ones where I was received, after I looked at it again, I received the highest percentage of votes. And it really makes you feel good when you know that you're appreciated. And I wanted to thank the 3rd District. And if you need to reach me, you can contact me at 302-576-2140. Please leave your name, your number. I was supposed to call somebody back regarding the issue she had with a house, but somehow I misplaced the number. If you're looking, please give me a call back so I can assist you with trying to reach out to the proper person, the issue you're having with your landlord. As I stated, the mayor had put out there, you have to call 311 now if you have any complaints. Most of the issues, the administration fall under the mayor's office, like resources, as far as the fires department, the police. Most of all the services that are given throughout the city is from the mayor's office. So call 311 if you're having some issues and leave a message. He's changed it so the complaints are being tracked, and make sure you ask for a tracking number. So call 311 and make sure you ask for a tracking number. And if you haven't heard anything within, I think, 24 to 48 hours, contact your council person. I'm Councilwoman Zanthia Oliver. I'm only dealing with individuals in the 3rd district. If you're not in the 3rd district, no need to call me, because I'm going to tell you to contact your council person. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. But if it's anything I could do for anyone throughout the city, feel free to give me a call. That's 302-576-2140. I'd like to give a special shout out to the members from the Odd Fellows. It's a small organization on Thatcher Street that has been there. I mean, my grandfather used to go there. And I go there every now and then. But they are community-based. They're always giving out book bags. They have free giveaways, food. They just do, like, they have pool tournaments. They try to keep the community engaged. They really do a phenomenal job over there. And I just like to thank you for all the hard work you do. I'd like to give a shout out to Carla Davis. She's the new Neighborhood Planning Council. Wayne Dobson retired. Well, she stepped down, I'm sorry, because she was running for office. But Carla really did a good job with advocating for Johnson's Park with the outside organization, and now it's coming to light. So I'm glad to see that being done. I also like to, I'm just going to give some shout outs to different organizations in the 3rd district who have done some great work. Of course, Logan Heron and his team, Kenyon, over at the Team Warehouse. Great work. They have different cohorts coming in. Fantastic job. Imani Village, fantastic job. Looking forward to seeing, hopefully you'll do some of that work and help out some of the homeowners over there who have been there for years, to help them make sure their houses are stable. I'd like to thank Senator Darius Brown. I'd like to thank the new director at the Job Corps. If your kids are looking to get into nursing, they have so many, welding, culinary arts. They have a lot. I don't have the list. I'll make sure I bring it next week. They have a lot of things over there. And when I say a lot of things, I mean a lot of job opportunities for your youth. If you want to get them involved, call Job Corps. The number is right on the screen. Call Job Corps on Vanderbilt Avenue and get your teenager involved with some after-school activities. Call over there and see what they have available. They're doing a phenomenal job over there with our youth. It's a lot of them over there. If you want to get involved, spread the word with some positive energy. The PAL Center is really doing a good job. It's not in the 3rd district, but Mr. Purnell is really doing a good job. I have some friends and family members who stay over in that area who are attending the PAL Center who really enjoy a lot of things that he's doing up there. Over in the Northeast area, as I stated, Senator Brown, I say Senator Brown, but he wears so many hats. That reentry program, if you have a family member that has some type of past history, been charged for DUI or whatever, something that's on their record, they want to go to the Hope Commission on Vanderbilt Avenue. Darius is running that program, and he has gotten a lot of people jobs. They had a graduation. people that was incarcerated starting businesses. I mean, it's a lot of good things going over there. So if you have anybody that you know that had maybe made some mistakes in life, send them over to the Hope Commission on Vanderbilt Avenue. I would like to give a shout out to Peg Tide and Jim Shanahan for the work that he's done and she's done. Well, Jim works with the Shad Fest, and that's an organization. They throw a big event. They teach people how to fish over the Brandywine. Peg and them do the series of, and I was glad to be a contributor of that. They do a series every Tuesday over to Old Brandywine Village. And you have Tony Watson and various people that come with their bands and, play. And I mean, they have food trucks, they have vendors. It's just really, really nice event over there every Tuesday. So if you're not doing anything, stop over. It's about to come to an end, I think, in 2 more weeks. The Urban Bike League facility, that facility has some nice series of artists this year. I'm honored to say it's in the 3rd District. I want to give a shout out to Reed's Daycare. They're doing a phenomenal job. If anybody's looking for a daycare, Reed's Daycare is right at the bottom of Pine Street. They assist, if anybody's looking for daycare, they're doing a very good job over there. Richard Dighton has a daycare right on Vanderbilt Avenue. His team is doing the daycare over there, and they're doing a good job if you're looking to get some, or your kids or your neighbor's kids into school. Desiree Bell is, she has a daycare for youth also. She's doing a good job. She's on Lombard Street. So if you're looking for some kids that's doing, some individuals, I know a lot of people are looking for some daycare, childcare help them, or some of them. Ministry of Care has one in back of the Y. I want to give a shout out to the YMCA on Walnut Street. They were doing some camps this summer, taking the kids off site, showing them another way of life, outdoor experiences, which I'm always in favor of, because I believe in getting our kids out the city and just showing them something different. I'd like to give a shout out to the zoo for the work that they've done this summer with allowing kids to come up there for free to walk around the zoo. It's a lot of good things here in Wilmington. If you're looking out and about, sometimes they have different things going on. The art museum, they've had some series this summer. I was able to attend 1 or 2 of them. It was really good. I'd like to give Gerald Chavis a shout out for the work he is doing in the community with the, he just has all different artists coming and doing various events. I'm looking right at the name of the place. It's right around the corner. The building right where Starbucks is on Tatnall Street. If you go in there, it's on the 2nd or the 3rd floor, but it's they're really doing some good work over there. So Gerald, I've been to several of your big band events. You keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you helping me out with the event over Pricey's Park, because if it wasn't for you, I don't know how I would have got heat wave here, along with some of the other ones. So Gerald, I'd like to thank you, and I'd like to give a special shout out to Tina Betts, who is one of my mentors and who has helped me along the way with a whole lot of things, but them big outdoor events that, she was able to help me with over Pricey's. When I told her I wanted to do something over there, she said, it's a good park, it's a big park. Let me know what you want to do, and she's been helping me ever since. So I'd like to give a big shout out to Tina Betts for Director of Cultural Affairs for the outstanding job she's been doing for years. I'd like to thank Tanny Washington. I know she's retiring. Tanny's been in office for over 30-something years. She's done a fantastic job as a minority woman to go through so many administrations, and she's really been key on the work that she's done. So Tanny, kudos to you for the outstanding job that you have done for women in Wilmington. You will never be forgotten for all the work that you have done. And I'd like to just thank all of our viewers. I know it's been a long summer, it's been a heavy election, but I'm glad for everybody that has won, and I'm looking forward to working with everybody that has won. And thanks to the individuals who have served and lost, but at least you did serve the city, so you won't be forgotten either. And with that being said, I'm going to sign off, and I will see y'all next week on Community Crossfire. If anyone would like to come on and talk about some things in your community, feel free to give me a call, or if you have a book or whatever you want to talk about. I'm at 302-576-2140. Please give me a call, or 302-377-4967. Text me, let me know when you want to come on. Thanks again. Malik, let me know when you come on. You keep saying you want to come on, Malik, and I'm still waiting for you to come on. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. I'm Councilwoman Zanthia Oliver, representing the 3rd District. Thank you.
I'm mad.